Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britik, coming at you fast with another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video, and it's been a while since I made one of these, but here you guys go. Some competitive gameplay of me playing in a tournament, qualifying for some seasonal league matches on PlayStation. I know that kind of sounds weird. For all of you hardcore competitive fans, you know what league matches are on Xbox, but there's small kind of tourney company was hosting one of these things, so we're like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's build some chemistry, let's play in a tournament. Ended up being a really fun tournament, very competitive, lots of fun to play in, so hopefully you'll enjoy this game. It's a pretty close game. It's not the usual pub stomping, going crazy ham, but I do marginally pretty damn well for the team for succeeding in winning this hardpoint game. I'm playing mostly the anchor role in this game, so you're going to see me go for those power positions, the trailer, the back construction side, all that stuff when playing this game. But enough about the gameplay. What we're going to be talking about today is something that I think is very, very, very important. And this is something that will come across your entire competitive career, no matter what team you're on, no matter what game you're playing. It will always, always come across you if you're playing a team-based game with other people. So, what am I talking about today? Well, today we're talking about how do you manage after a loss? How do you deal with a loss? What should you do in order to make that loss profitable instead of just harming yourself and harming your teammates and just causing a bunch of rage and envy and stuff like that? How do you make a loss beneficial? Because what happens a lot of times is a lot of immature teammates or a lot of unexperienced teams after a loss will start pointing fingers. They'll start arguing. They'll start saying, oh, you did this wrong, you should have done this instead. The other person will counter back saying, oh, well, you shouldn't have let this happen, you shouldn't have let that happen. And then an argument breaks out, teammates get butthurt at each other, and then nobody has a good time, and you just suffer from it. You can't play any more games after the fact because you're just mad at each other. The next day, if you lose again, same thing. Some people, when they lose, they just get off. One loss, that's it. They're like, oh shit, well, we lost. Fuck this, I'm off. And they rage quit, they get offline. Some other people, again, like I said, blame everybody but themselves, and that is not what you need to do. Here's the couple of things that you should do after a loss to improve as a team instead of just hurt each other's feelings and hurt the team in general. So the first thing that you should do is, instead of blaming fingers, pointing it out, being like, oh, you did this wrong, fuck you, you suck. You have to do something similar, but in a better way. You have to do it in a kind of negative feedback kind of way, not a blaming kind of way. So when you're talking about what people did wrong, don't mention what people did wrong. Mention it as if how people should improve. So, for example, let's say you're playing, I don't know, hardpoint on retreat, and you're in the, let's say, Tortoise Hill, and a guy's coming flank behind the stairs, right? Somebody should be watching that flank. Nobody's watching the flank. The guy comes through, breaks the hill, kills the guy in the wall, head glitch, and then they secure the hard point, and now your entire team spawns out. Instead of saying, oh, Britik, you should have watched the flank, you fucking detriment, idiot, bitch face. Instead of saying that, be like, okay, we need somebody watching the thing. Don't point anyone out specifically during the game. Then after the game, when the game is done, be honest with yourself and your teammates. Be honest. Be like, yeah, I didn't get that stop there, or yeah, I didn't get that flag return. Because that's just going to help build chemistry, and that's going to help build respect and trust from your teammates when you yourself point out your own mistakes and you don't wait for someone to call you out on it. Because once you get called out on it, then you're just filled with hatred, and envy, whatever you want to say, just negative emotion in general, because you have people like pointing at you, blaming fingers at you, and then you feel guilty, you feel stupid for not doing that thing, but then you want to retaliate, and then that's when the argument ensues. So after the game, when the game's over, be like, the team captain or whoever's the shot caller or whoever wants to speak up, be like, oh, hey, Britik, I noticed that on that second hill, the guy came through the flank, and you were the closest one to the flank. Can you watch the flank next time when you're in that position? Stuff like that. Build Build as a team and build comfortably as in negative feedback. Don't go swearing at each other is all I'm trying to say. Be calm, be collected, understand, and learn from it. You have to learn from your losses. That's the only way you're going to get better, because if you lose and then just say, screw this, I'm getting off, then nobody learns at all from any of it. It's just pointless. You know, it's just a waste of time. If you lose, make sure you benefit from it by learning from it. You have to learn from it. So constructive criticism and negative feedback is fine, but bitching, complaining, arguing, pointing fingers, not fine. You have to be mature about it, and that brings me to my next point. Be mature about the loss. Don't get butthurt at your teammates. Don't rage quit at the game and just get off. Think of the teammates before yourself. Okay, think of what they want to do. Maybe the other people on your teammates want to keep playing the GBs, but you get off, so now they can't play those 4v4s that, you know, you need to practice. Obviously, if you lose, that just means you need to practice more. Getting off means that you won't be practicing all that time that you're offline. Might as well just keep trying and keep going. Now, if you keep losing over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you just have no idea what's going on, it's probably because you're not paying too much attention on what you could improve in game. You're not paying attention to strategy. You're not paying attention to individual performances. You're not breaking down the film, so to speak. You know, there's no theater mode in this game, but you should be able to talk about them at least. Be like, oh, you know, that fourth hill, guys, we should have done this, this, and this. And again, be mature about it and be constructive about it. Don't be super negative about it. Don't be like, oh, you know, you fucked up here. You're a detriment. I hate playing with you. You're so inconsistent. Fuck you. Be nice, okay? Positive emotion leads to positive outcome. So keep that in mind. And this is difficult. This comes with a maturity. I feel like this is a maturity thing, to be honest, guys. Because right now, I mean, I remember when I was 14, 13, I would get butthurt too. You know, if I were to lose a match, if I feel like I was to blame, I'd just get off and just be like, yep, that was my bad, but I'm not going to admit it, because then I'd get bitched at, stuff like that. Now that I've grown up a little bit and played, I mean, I've been playing since Black Ops 1. I've been on a lot of teams. I've seen shit happen. I've seen the drama. So, I mean, now that I've kind of matured a little bit, I've figured out how to just think about it, really. Don't think about it negatively. Don't ever think about any loss ever negatively. It's part of the game. It's supposed to happen. It's going to happen. No team never loses. No team never loses. You might see those people on GB that have like they're 86-0 or something, but they lose too. They could lose in playoffs. It just depends. It depends on how the coin is flipped that day, you know? So, it all depends. Never consider losses a bad thing. Consider losses a good thing. Consider it experience. It's another notch in your belt. Keep going with it. Be positive about it, because if you're positive, people around you are going to be positive. Your teammates are going to like you more. Your team chemistry is going to be better, and that's going to lead into a better attitude going to next game and possibly a better performance because of that. So make sure that you are constantly being constructive, never negative, unless it's negative feedback, because that's actually still feedback. It's still constructive criticism in a sense. They're basically the same thing, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Make sure that you call out yourself on your own mistakes. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your teammates. Make sure that they understand what you did wrong. Maybe they can help you. Maybe they know what you should be doing in that situation, and they can help you, give you pointers. Because if you keep quiet to yourself, you're hurting no one but yourself and your teammates in the process, because you could be getting better in that point, but you choose to stay quiet and you're not getting better. You're not getting constructive criticism from your teammates. And the third thing, this is kind of a thing to the side, is people with egos, right? And what's an ego? An ego is when somebody thinks that they're better than everyone else. They think that they're always right, everybody else is always wrong, and that's just the way things are. They don't need to listen to anybody's constructive criticism because they already know what the right thing to do. Even though those people with the said egos are still doing poorly, missing vital shots, not rotating properly, and stuff like that. If you know what I'm talking about, if you have one of these people on your team. They always blame other people instead of themselves for losses, like, oh man, you should have got this cut off, who the fuck's watching my back, you know, you guys all suck, stuff like that. Those players just need to grow up, man. Like, honestly, just, if you have an ego, just stop. Alright, stop. There's always going to be someone better than you. There's always going to be someone better than you. And you know what? Some people have their days, some people don't. So that one day when you do bad and other people are around you and then they turn the tables on you and they grow an ego against you, then you'll be sorry. So just don't have egos, guys. Just think everybody is equals. That's the way the COD gods wanted it. Just everybody equal. Besides Christmas noobs. Christmas noobs can suck a dick because they suck. So, am I right or am I right? So the people leave because they know it is futile. We win this hardpoint game. We go 31-21. Not too shabby. Playing in a tournament again. That's about it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. Share this with your teammates on game battles, tournaments, whatever you like to do. And as always, make sure you have a wonderful day.